Time means nothing. Except to my body. My knees aren't what they used to be.
So I'm in the booth today laying down some lines for this character that I'm voicing in Stormgate.
What in God's name have we done?
Fight. Cower. Either way, your world will fall.
His name is Wars. He's a badass, and Wars is many things, but he's not human. So that just adds a really interesting element, and he's a lot of fun. When he's being clicked on, it's more of like a, what do you want? You know, it's maybe that's a little bit smaller, and then when it's like the fight, like that's like more projected. That comes from diaphragm, it's more guttural. Getting to play a character that, first of all, you don't need to be in like hours and hours of prosthetics to have to play. You know, you kind of just take one look at him and what he's wearing, and you're like, okay, I think he sounds, I think he, you know, and then you start to get into it, and there's like such a joy in discovery.
I do not view war as a competition or a game.
And Wars, he's an aggressive dude, and he's really angry, and we need him to be scary, and there's, you know, something kind of demonic about him too, so it definitely, you know, tends to come from here. Man, I've been a fan of RTS my whole life. Like, you know, RTS was some of the biggest games that anyone could play when I was a kid. Really, in the late 90s, early 2000s was kind of like a golden era for that whole genre. You know, you had StarCraft, you had Brood War, of course, my favorites, but you had Age of Empires, you know, you had Command and Conquer, and so many others, you know. First game of StarCraft I played was when I was like 13 years old. I mean, the last game of StarCraft I played was like last week. And so when we heard that, you know, Stormgate was happening and that it was so many of the same people who made the games that I loved growing up and worshipped in a lot of ways, I got excited. There's so much I love about the RTS genre. They're strategy games, first and foremost. They're these giant, elaborate games of chess. You play top-down, you control an army, and you get to see these like awesome battles happening, and you get to micromanage your units, and you get to control your resources, and there's so many places that your brain needs to be at the same time, and there's so many different skills that go into it. It was an incredible experience visiting Frost Giant. I mean, first of all, you know, you don't visit video game studios every day, and it was just so cool stepping into the office, seeing so much of the artwork and the characters kind of starting to come together, the units and everything, and then actually getting to sit down and play. It felt good to play test the game. It's already shaping up to be super promising. Has all of the dynamics and the features that you would expect of an RTS and of the team of that caliber. It was like a dream come true. I played against one of my best friends, Jason, and I won the scrimmage, which I'll never let him live down until the day that he dies. But it felt good to get the dub. They had a trophy for me. It was first Asian man to beat Stormgate. And it's sitting on my desk because it's one of my proudest possessions. I think what's most exciting about Stormgate is that it was made by people who love RTS. It's not driven by money or profit, it's driven by love, and it's driven by art and craft in a way. I think anytime you make those types of decisions, you're really set up for success because the passion is there. And look, the genre that we all love, you know, has been kind of MIA for the last few years, and now it's poised to make a comeback in a really, really big and amazing way with Stormgate. So I hope that you all join me in playing and giving it a shot when it comes out.